What's going on, and welcome to Norco, where I think this is an adventure game that takes place in like a psychedelic Louisiana bayou or something. Shield hid the stars behind halogen and flame projected onto the sky every night. There was no such thing as silence. The noise never went away. The refinery exhaled an endless sigh. I could never sleep, it was so loud. I still can't sleep without that sound. I gotta be honest, I'm a person who has to have noise when I'm sleeping, so. Well, actually, as I've gotten older, like the silence, I sleep very well. Still can't sleep without it. Ooh, look at this. You often dreamed that the towers were cathedrals. The swamps listened when you spoke. That the birds became radiant spheres while circling Norco's sky. You spent your adolescence sleepwalking between little devastating rituals. Though Blake pleaded, you decided to leave. Who's Blake? I knew he'd get over it. I'm assuming Blake's my friend. I'm sorry, Blake. I gotta get out. He never did. Well, you caught out on a Grainer to Chicago and onward to the West Coast, thinking you'd never return. You wandered through the overlit suburbs of the vast American limbo. Thumbing down 99, you saw an old man crouched in a roadside ditch. He was mouthing your name. He had a familiar gaze. He was gone when you wiped the sleep from your eyes. You spoke to Blake, learning of your mother's declining health, her insomnia, her erratic behavior. You ignored the urgency in your brother's voice. You headed east. You threw your phone into the Rio Grande and joined the armies of the Mesa. For months, you were in the company of fugitives, sleeping in nuclear tunnels, repairing engines and weaponry. I've had a crazy journey so far. The war was a meme that set Albuquerque on fire. You escaped while the foot soldiers of a pop-up junta bloodied the parched land. Civil War? While hiding in a freightliner, I slept. I wouldn't forget. You slept easily. Well, I don't know if I slept easily, but you called home from a landline in a motel somewhere beyond Texas. You knew from Blake's hello that your mother was already dead. You hung up, shouldered your bag, returned to the highway. 5 years had passed. You made your way back home. Dude, how could you ever go back home? If you left and missed the death of your mother, I mean, granted, the mother in this game could be terrible, but like if I was not there for the death of my own mother, I would be like beyond devastated. You awake from a delirious dream to find yourself in your childhood bedroom. Monkey watches you from the corner, as he always did. Horrifying, nightmarish. We have a sad face. That's you. That's my mind map. My mind map says boo. Ooh, sorry. God, shoo. That was a big old sneeze. A sticker from grade school half peeled from the window. A flyer from a show your friend put on a few weeks before you left town. Fight broke out while one of the opening bands played. I got whipped in the face with a bike chain. I was outside. You didn't feel like being around crowds that night. After the show, you and Blake walked the river back to Norco. You watched the sun rise over the grain elevators. Wheel? Hold on. I immediately want to know. Okay, right trigger makes that little box in the right corner have a box in it, or not. Okay, right bumper gives me the overworld. Oh. Okay, left bumper is my mind map. Left trigger is nothing. Click the left joystick, nothing. Click the right joystick, nothing. D-pad? Ah, there we go. So we can quickly like move around the environment. That's something, but not what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. So this way we can look around. Cool January air spills through the open window. Commuter traffic glints along Apple Street as a pair of wrens weave out of the overgrown lot next door. Dude, I like the writing in this. It's very nice. Among the books on the shelf is a slim volume called Crisis LARPing. Read it? Proto-disaster tourism began almost as soon as the floodwaters left. Punks from across the country ventured into the Ninth Ward, Gentilly, St. Bernard, and finally the East. They curated a theatrical self-portrait of their lives in the ruins. The aesthetics of disaster were central to the emerging milieu and began to percolate into popular culture. Collapse became the zeitgeist. Wise investors recuperated the experience of disaster. New Orleans became a plastic dystopia, a marketplace for crisis. The writing in this game is crazy. Okay. My little thing is back. You assume Million has been keeping the plants alive. Who's Million? Monkey, you're best for Jesus. Best friend, a childhood gift. You spoke with him often when things got difficult, but then you left. He sat here for 5 years collecting dust. 5 years, his eyes fill with anger as he challenges you to return his gaze. Staring contest, part 1, glyphs. Glyphs will appear and flash a pattern. Match the pattern to meet the monkey's gaze. Ready? Yes. Jesus. Okay. Well, I didn't remember. Oh, I've already forgotten. Ah! Overwhelmed by the intensity of the monkey's gaze, you turn away. No. Try again. I was trying to remember what they were, not the order. 2, 1, 4, 3. 2, 1, 4, 3. You successfully meet the monkey's gaze with a cool assurance. However, his expression is unchanged. You stare more intensely. Staring contest part 2, rings. Circles will appear over the monkey's eyes. An outer ring will shrink to the perimeter of the circle. Click the circle when the outer ring locks into place. Yes? Weird. Try again. Anger melts from the monkey's face. Take the monkey. You drape monkey over your shoulder. Okay. The laptop your parrain gifted you idles on a shoddy particle board desk. Yeah, dude, it takes like this. Okay, so you can use the D-pad. Something that always frustrates me is when you have a console game with a cursor. It's not that the cursor is the problem. The cursor's totally fine. Don't leave. Like, there are times where you need to leave the cursor where I had it last, and there are other times where it needs to be close to what I'm doing. So once we get to this screen, the only things I can do are pull this down, or I can interact over here. I can't do anything else. So my mouse should never start down here in this corner. It shouldn't start anywhere else except right in this general area where my distance to go is almost nothing. Just an opinion. Wake laptop. As the screen illuminates, you notice that the signal in the house is dead. No internet. It looks like Blake was using the computer at some point. He left a browser tab open. And honestly, the reason that I'm talking about it and the reason that it frustrates me is as someone who I really like sitting down on a couch, in a chair, on my bed, wherever, relaxing, I want a controller, I want to recline and enjoy like a game. And I can tell you it feels like sometimes the controls on the games that I'm playing, it feels like that the people who made the game are definitely PC players who then just mapped controls to the controller, but didn't actually play the game. I'm not saying that's what happened here. I'm loving this so far. I'm totally enamored. It's just something I've been thinking about, so Caught me in a moment. It looks like Blake was using the computer. Yep, we'll view the tab. Need cash fast? Install Quack Job. Use promo code BLEED3. LOL TF kind of name is Quack Job. Just like the name sounds, full of lunatics. App's a way of getting you to join a cult, worse than them people living in the mall in Kinner. You can't trade that coin they use on hardly any exchanges because everyone know it's a GD Ponzi scheme, censoring the language. Seeing this exact thing, OP. Still there? Seen at the base of the upper suction. Weird. I don't understand it. I think it is time to leave the bedroom. Yeah, I will keep staring at Monkey, I guess. He stares with more intensity until his gaze passes through you. You become invisible to him. Okay. See you later, Monkey. How do I leave? Clicked it, don't know what it is. Oh, it's options. Linear notes, toggle, nope, nothing up here. I guess the world map then? We want to go, this is where we are, so we want to go to Norco. The sprawling Shield Industrial Complex. Mind map updated. Long ago was a plantation land, cheap and abundant along the Mississippi River. The refinery grew in stages, slowly displacing the surrounding neighborhoods. The chemical annex came online later. Children of the enslaved became the neighbors of this machine. Weird. Carbon and alloy and stainless steel. Among the columns sits the catalytic cracking unit that rocked the town. The webwork crosses high and low, over and under traffic and water and concrete, like veins, like gossamer, like neural circuitry. Everywhere, metal halide probing the river's expanse. Coded patterns of warm sodium and cold LEDs winking, thinking, knowing. Something to decipher in all that Norco light. I remember Blue. You only think that you do. When he died, part of her did too. Okay. Home? Oh, what a weird way to like leave my room and my home is to go to the world map. It's fine. We got a lot of stuff going on out here. What's this? Your grandfather's statue of the Virgin Mary sits in the shadows along the crawl space of the house. Can I walk up to it? Oh. You observe the weathered concrete and flaking paint of the statue. The face is especially deteriorated, framed by a system of cracks. Okay. Pull it off. You run your hands along the deteriorating contours of the statue. It snaps off, as if by design. Behind the statue's face hides an odd assemblage of electronics carelessly soldered together. At the center of the electronics configuration is what appears to be a card reader. Well, I don't have a card. I really wish B went back. Maybe this... Ah! Okay, so you hold right trigger and hit A to go back. Gotcha. Oh, that's how you choose where you want to go. Oh. Let's head inside. Bedroom, kitchen, front yard. Dude. Take me to the kitchen, I guess. Dude, actually, hold on. Take me back to the living room. Take me back to my bedroom. Let's do this how we were supposed to. Okay, that was it. Okay. There's so much stuff to look at. I want to look at a lot of it, but your mom's unfolded laundry. Oh, dude. Yeah, dude, your brother definitely didn't forgive you. Like, If he didn't even come back here and like he couldn't even pick up the laundry off the floor and just had to leave it where she last left it. That's tough, dude. You turn on the television. A chaotic distortion of your mother's memories flash before you. Tune in. Okay. I gotta be honest, on some level, this is kind of messing with me, man. You know, I thought I was gonna lose my mom at one point. I've thought about a lot of this stuff. A lot. I have my own kid. I think about that. What if something happens to me and then he's left alone? Dealing with all my stuff. A letter from Shield Oil sits atop a stack of mail. Shield Oil community notice. Dear neighbor, please be advised. There will be elevated flaring at the site of our number 5 stack near Good Hope on the evening of Thursday, March 19th. This will pose no health risk to residents. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact our office. Yeah, doesn't sound concerning at all. Dude, this world is so filled out. Memories of sleepless nights. Your mom sitting here staring through the window. There was a tension in her demeanor, as if you were interrupting some urgent or obligatory task. You'd continue to the kitchen with no words exchanged. Yeah, that's, I do stuff like that. God, I hope my son does not think I hate him. Those nights were rare. Many of them you don't remember. Dude. What is up with this game? It's crazy. There used to be much more clutter up here. You imagine your mom gave it away as the end approached. You were always frightened by the laundry room. You've discovered so many dead cockroaches in this microwave over the years that it's discouraged you from using it. For several months, a dead baby roach was stuck between the clock's display and the protective screen, blocking the hour. Blake finally shook the microwave aggressively enough that the roach fell into the guts of the machine. That is upsetting. No offense to your mom, it sounds like she maybe wasn't a great one, although you might just live in a really hard area and she could just have a real hard life. Never know what happens to people. Never know. This game is very like haunting and full of just like emotion and feeling and just like, dude, I feel like I'm there. Your mom fed the neighborhood strays. They must be hungry since she passed. Oh, I'd like to feed the strays. Million sits in her characteristic slouch, lost in thought. Her carapace has taken on the rusted and weather-worn quality of the rest of the machinery in the yard. You recall the night with your mom. You recall the night that your mom showed up with her. You and Blake stayed up past dawn, poring over pirated API docs. Her ragdoll mass was slumped on the floor as you wrote the routing procedure. You wonder if such memories hide behind her constellation of eyes. The robot regards you casually. Hello? Okay, you're awake. Best sleep in years. The sound of the refinery did always help you sleep, didn't it? In any case, I'm certain I was no help. She gestures toward the motorcycle at the edge of the carport. I was turning over the engine on that bike to test the coils. It was quite noisy, but they're in good shape now. All I need is a fuse, and we can use it to get around while I finish repairing the truck. I heard the phone ringing inside, but I had my hands full. Were you expecting a call? Many people have been calling since Catherine died. Your brother is usually the one to answer the phone, but I don't know where he went off to. I wonder where he could be. Likely at the bar or bookstore, if I had to guess. Where can we get a fuse? Gas station just up the road has them, but you may have to persuade Troy to let you in. Why? Why are so many people calling? Your mother left behind a lot of loose ends. From what little I know, I gather she was conducting research for a client in Fat City. Oh, she's like a scientist? I sense that many people would like to acquire that data. I am unaware of where she has hidden it. Perhaps Blake knows its whereabouts. Who exactly would want to see this data? Your mother spent her entire life researching this town. She knew histories that others have forgotten. History has a lot of value in this place. Who's the client? I haven't a clue. These aren't things she discussed with me. As the cancer spread, she became more guarded with her research. It's a tough one. She finally worked herself to death. She had an addictive personality, there's no denying that, but she cared about you and your brother more than she was willing to express. Whew. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna have to stop playing this. Not because the game is not amazing, because so far this game is incredible. But it is dealing with some issues that are very close to home with me and my family and things I've gone through or things that I am going through. And it's kind of putting me in a bad headspace, and I just think for myself, this probably isn't the thing for me. This is, people are gonna play this game and they're gonna be like, oh, this is like weird and trippy and strange and stuff. This is hitting so home on my actual life that it's messing with me. So literally for my mental health, I have to turn this off right now. I can't keep playing it, but this has been Norco. It's really cool. It's beautiful. It is in depth. It has so much to it. I mean, just look at the tree. You see the tree in the background right there? Hold on, I can go highlight it. This is a bird, right? Like, there's its beak. It's a bird. It's the birds of the swamp that I said I always wanted to listen to me taking off. Right there. Like, there is so much that feels like it is, like, here. This was a game made with a tremendous amount of love and care. Go check out Norco, Game Pass. It's heavy. Thank you very much for joining me. It's been an absolute real one, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one. Till then, bye-bye.